campered down at the airstrip on a cold and gloomy day, and the six aboard all knew their homes were very far away. The strife that gripped the forest all around them was their plight. They knew that something out there wasn't right.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, mic check.
I think I gave Knox tinnitus last time, so...
It kicked in about 20 minutes after the fact. My left ear went completely silent for a couple moments.
Is it on?
Like, I don't know if it was you or if it was just the air pressure, but for a couple minutes, like 20 minutes after the fact, it just, boop, like my left ear just felt like I had an earplug in it. I'm like, oh, there it goes.
Yeah, my bad.
This is how I die.
So, who wants to recap last session then?
You know, a lot happened and also not a lot happened.
We learned a wonderful and incredibly powerful and exceptionally useful spell that will no doubt save our lives sometime in the future.
I still need to stat that in, by the way. I'll get to it.
No rush.
Then, as well, we requisitioned the forced help of a small goblin who definitely is not a thief or an extortionist in any way, who has opted to piggyback on our operation in order for a little bit of support towards our end. That's very useful.
We also got the orb too, the fake one.
Yes, of course. And Torin's facing quite a dilemma on what to do with it, because only now is he coming to the realization that perhaps the chance of getting caught stealing during the breakout moment of what could be a future career might be a bad look for him.
You gotta have a better cover story and alibi.
Yeah, well,
Alright, so this is a question for you, Torin. Do you want to go into the open room or the items hall and RP for a little bit to get into character, or do you want to dive straight into your presentation?
I wouldn't mind 10 minutes to slip into character a little bit.
Alright, where do you want to go to do that?
Probably the courtyard.
Courtyard.
Let's head to the
All right.
courtyard.
Courtyard it is.
Torin's
Courtyard.
probably getting the anxiety on, the pacing,
Does anyone have a lozenge?
Oh, it's Torin.
Oh yes, let us not forget the potential future deal with the Deals Demon.
Mm-hmm.
Kami, not demon. There's a difference.
I can feel Peter's aneurysm from here.
Made a deal with a what? A Japanese lesser demon. No biggie.
You're a lawyer. I understand.
I didn't make a deal. I just made a deal on perhaps making a deal in the future.
I mean, I could do some real damage here.
You made an agreement. If we made a deal, I'd feel much better.
So you ready for your speech?
Yeah, I mean, it's as ready as I can be. It's it kind of snuck up all of a sudden,
Time does have a funny way of doing that.
Of course, and the fact that the topic I was given is quite interesting, but it's not exactly extravagant compared to some of the others that have been spoken on here.
You're not going to show a display of powerful magic like the Soviets did?
No, I don't.
If you do that, I'm disowning you.
I don't even. No, I'm not. Come on, they were trying their best. I mean, it was. I mean, he was mildly useful.
If that's their best, that's depressing.
Yeah, they're a bit behind the curve. A little bit.
Nah, I think it's more a lot of it than a little.
Hey, Nikos, when did you get so mean?
I'm not exactly a fan of communists either.
Yeah, no, anyways,
You've seen my house. We'd be some of the first people up against the wall.
I mean, at least they'd be nice walls.
What's everyone else doing around here? Just idling.
Everyone's having idle conversations.
Just kind of chit-chatting, small groups here and there of slightly more intermixed personalities.
You've been to a con before, you know how people behave.
Yeah, they just clump up.
Who would you like to approach?
I don't know.
Oh shit, it's Big Face Hess.
Ah!
Whoa!
Don't do that.
Cast wall of fire!
That's fucking...
That'd be a fun boss far later in this campaign.
Big Face Hess.
It's
big
just
face.
his
It's just-
face.
It's just a floating copy of Rudolph Hess's head that's like the size of a tank.
Like laser
The-
beams from the eyes.
Giant head and arms alien from Marvel. Fucking MODOK.
Yeah, the one that's all head with the
Muga-
tiny
Muga-
arms.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
Modoc, whatever? Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Does it also look like terrible CGI too?
Oh god.
It definitely can.
Rudolph MODOK Hess.
It's a shame because freaking Thunderbolt is actually a good movie, but that's beside the point.
Come up with an acronym for Hess.
Hitler's ecstatic secret service.
Servant.
Servant.
Servant. There we go.
Let's go. Let's go, Bulls.
But yeah, we got kobolds chatting with Frenchmen. We got the Confederates and the Japanese. Looks like all the Germans. Apple seems to be consoling a random historian. Looks like Percy is chatting with the American investor. And a weird mix of people down south.
Yeah, it is weird. Oh, fucking Nicholas is hiding.
It's bad hair day. He doesn't want to be seen.
He's got like 2 or 3 Jerry curls.
Torrin is actually gonna approach Red.
Hey, how's the bathrobe thing coming along?
Kind of looks to the side, slowly looks over his shoulder to Craven and the Frenchman past them, where Pink is just standing there looking the opposite direction. Slowly starts nodding his head as he turns to look back towards you. It's going pretty good. I'm at 12 now.
Oh, that's impressive, actually. Wow.
He kind of leans in a little bit.
I don't think they realize if you take one, a maid brings another one the next morning. It's an infinite supply of robes.
What are you gonna do with them all when we leave here?
Give me 1 second. A little bit of worry hits his face, and then he starts to nod again. I'll find a way to sneak them out.
Of course, I wish you the best.
Thank you.
In fact, upon departure, I might, provide you with my own as a symbol of good faith.
Kind of squints a little bit at you. I don't think I want yours. No offense, it's had pink in it.
So if the ones you took from Pink.
She never had a chance to wear them.
Okay, well,
She
that's fine.
smells good. I don't like it.
Yeah. Good luck.
Gives a nice little smile and like a little like tiny thumbs up in his armpit. Like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Torrin's gonna approach Guso and Craven.
Uh-oh.
And just address Guso.
I imagine Guso's probably midway through speaking about something to Craven, and Craven's just kind of got his arms lightly crossed and kind of nodding very casually.
Guso?
Ah, Monsieur Levencroft.
The moment approaches. Do you have any advice? First time in public speaking and all.
You caught me out. The one thing I wasn't prepared to speak about. Me, IRL, having a panic about public speaking now. I would not worry about it. You cannot do worse than the Soviets.
That is a very good point.
Their presentation was rather lackluster.
Yeah, was
When
Craven?
when I get back to
Levencroft.
France, I plan to try their spell out for a while on some of my plants, just to see what effects it will actually have.
Seems like a very trivial spell, unless used in mass, but I could see its capacity. And he kind of raises his hand up and kind of twists 2 fingers for a moment, 2 of his claws, and will cast it in the 40-foot area, and it just gets kind of misty for a second.
No, he can't cast it without the massive arm motions. Remember?
And 2 minutes of them, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
He'll take a half step back then and slowly start moving his arms and doing like the most uncharismatic lizard face, just kind of posing his arms, looking like that dancing alien gif, and then put his hands out and just like give the faintest hint of sarcastic jazz hands as he casts it after 2 minutes.
Torrin just watches this entire time.
A moment passes and you hear one of the Soviets shout from the distance, "Yeah, he's the best spell!"
Wow. I wasn't aware that you possessed magic, actually. I was under the impression that mostly you just, achieved it from magical items.
Well, I didn't actually possess any magic until they approached us.
The Soviets?
Yes.
What? Really?
Kind of squints and tilts his head a little bit. Kobolds are not known to be innately and naturally magical. Surely you know this.
Well, yes, I know this. So,
Only those with a bit more age and admittedly a bit more developed of a brain capacity, often reflected in the size of their horns, maintain the ability to use magic.
I mean, technically, Horn dictates skull. Never mind.
He gives a very, like, knowing, low-lidded look over the top of his glasses at you.
I hope you appreciate the topic that I've come to speak on. You may find it enlightening, and well, we'll see.
If I'm not mistaken, you're speaking on the little critters of New England.
Yes.
There was a short season where your senior and myself did attempt to hunt some of them down. He was very interested in their presence. Imagine our surprise when he pounced on one and didn't realize it was merely a bipedal porcupine.
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I'd known that one.
It was far before your time.
Yes, many things were, I've got to be going, preparations and all.
Of course. I look forward to your speech.
Bonne chance, Monsieur Levencroft.
Yes, of course.
And Torin's going to take his leave and like kind of pull at his shirt a little because everything's fucking damp now.
Not a lot damp, only a little damp.
Just damp enough for notice.
And if that's it, if other people don't have anything else, I suppose we'll move to it.
So do you think you could do that then, Torin?
I don't know. I don't particularly want to try it at the moment. But if
Fair
anyone
enough.
Was able to learn the spell despite being I'm confused a little bit now. Does seem a little bit underwhelming that that's the first spell he was able to learn, though.
I would like to comment that after watching Craven do it, Red's doing a pale imitation of trying to do the arm gestures.
I was just about to say, he looks like a guy badly doing yoga.
Air backstroke periodically and just kind of flailing his arms around.
Let's get out of the radius before he accidentally does something. I mean, he might do something. I don't know. Let's move.
Alright, yeah, probably a good idea.
I would like to take this moment as sort of semi-DM and announce to everybody, insight is a thing that can be done at any point in time. That said, where the hell did apples go? Oh, you put oh, God. Okay.
They're sitting on the chairs talking.
I was like, where'd they go? I was zooming in, like, what? Everyone else is starting to get ready, I imagine. Food.
Yeah, we can transition to the speech whenever you're ready, Torin. Or whenever you're not ready. You are ready?
Yeah.
Slide, please. Thank you.
Slide.
Get off the stage, commie.
Y'all are going to be entering from over here.
You too, Snake.
Oh, didn't you like his playing of the Internationale?
If,
Oh, go.
if you two would wish to stand off to either side, or if you'd be more comfortable in the audience, it is, I suppose it's up to you.
Do you want us off to the side?
Sure. Off to either side, just,
Alright.
just there. It looks a bit more professional, I suppose.
What is this music?
There we go. I just wanted to get to the idol. The idol stuff. I didn't mean for the Cthulhu chant.
I did. In great magnitudes, too.
Apples is going to coerce Percy to be in the front row with interest.
Okay.
And Pink definitely wants to request being closer. because she has a bit of interest as well.
I can come all the way up to the front seats.
Oh.
Torrance doing the thing where he's like, okay, sorry.
You'll do fine. Just breathe.
I don't
Just
understand.
breathe.
I've literally used machine guns to kill people. Why is this the scariest thing I've ever done?
Because you can't kill these people.
Yeah, no! This is the worst part. I'm going out.
Yeah, Torrance gonna walk out. Try not to look at the crowd too much, but throw some glances. Get up onto the stage behind the podium. Take a breath.
Chu, are you coming?
I don't know what I'll. I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna be over here.
Stand there and look mean. No, look inviting.
Those bedroom eyes from the cover photo.
Yo. There
Let me
it is.
blow my nose.
Go for it.
Remember. Never mind, I'm not going to say that. That'd be too dickish.
He does the thing where he taps the mic and there's a moment of feedback. It's like, ah!
Right, first, I would like to start us off by saying that I'm honored to be here this evening. This is my first conference of such magnitude, and being in the company of so many different scholars and the best historians and minds of our entire world is truly something I never thought I would get to experience when I first started my internship at the Boston Museum of History and its sister location. This is truly a highlight of my life. I know that my attendance here is somewhat of a surprise, as the invitation was originally extended to Levencroft Sr. I am clearly not him, but I can assure you that I would not be here if he himself had not thought me capable of the task at hand. Over the past 2 days, I have had the time to converse with many of you, and the welcome has been very warm. I greatly appreciate your willingness to invite a new face into this academic space, and I hope not to disappoint. And so, we are here for history, are we not? Let us get to the topic at hand. Imagine my surprise when in the post I received a letter of formal invitation to this event and to speak on the peculiar and obscure topic of the Northeastern American Pukwudgie. Now I'm sure every person in this room has heard about them in passing. Small, troublesome creatures of the wood. However, dare I say, very few of us have done any more than hear about them in passing. The existence of their phenomena has always been largely hearsay, scarcely documented, barely acknowledged, and only a few times broached upon by wary scholars with droll enthusiasm at best. Dare I say, I was handed quite a difficult task. Fortunately for us all, I'm quite good with those. So, on the topic of the Pukwudgie, we should first start with the prevailing and widely accepted theory among scholars. Simple goblins, kobolds, small magical creatures of many types. You see, it is claimed that these American natives unfamiliar with the civilized world across the ocean, upon the arrival of the first colonial ships, couldn't even comprehend the idea of a sail, and mistook them for clouds in the sky. One could only imagine how these natives would perceive a goblin, any non-humanoid, especially in their earlier and underdeveloped generations. Goodness knows I myself would be aghast if I met my ancestors. And the experience would certainly garner some interesting stories to be told around the campfire. But you see, there is one glaring problem with this explanation. It is too simple. It was taken to be known as fact during a time when all of the facts were not yet known, and our world was far less understood than it is now. It was quickly researched, put into a box, stamped with the public seal of approval, and then put away in the library to gather dust. And now, I am filthy with that dust. To continue with this line of thinking, we must go back. There was a little event, a hiccup, if you will, that occurred in June of 1864. You may have heard of it. I prefer to refer to it as the Cataclysm. Some, the Great Sundering. Every race, every nation, every language has a name for what happened that year. The year our world changed forever. Or should I say your world? I mean, after all, here I am. Now, obviously, we don't need to get into the weeds of this event. I'm sure every scholar in this room has studied this pivotal moment in history extensively, and will continue to do so until we grow old, at which point these many great questions and endeavors will be passed on to our students, children, and colleagues. We may never fully understand what happened that year, that month, that day. However, in light of recent events, perhaps soon with the help of Miss Emily Griffith here, we may come to learn more. Either way, the important thing that we know is when it happened, 1864. So then why, I will ask you all now, are there many second-hand accounts in historical journals claiming the existence of these cryptids long before June of 1864? I happen to have one such example here. Consider it a teaser, if you will, which I will present with This is an excerpt from a journal found on the body of a trapper who listed his name on the flyleaf only as Arvis Grint. It is assumed he froze to death in a winter storm on Daniels Island between Aquay and Papaneset Bay in southern Massachusetts. Come the spring, his body was spotted by a longboat crew of the British Navy while returning to their vessel. I'll read it now. August 1672. I thought for sure those Indians were here to kill me. The good Lord knows I've taken scalps, and I reckon it is my luck that they don't know the good Lord. They had a man who spoke English with them. He looked half white. He asked me if I was British, and I spit on his shoe. I wasn't aiming for his shoe, but his slipper. He just smiled, said something in his language to his party, then asked if they could rest at my campfire for the night. Now I figured it would be rude for me to say no, as I had just spit on the man's shoe. So there I was, sharing a campfire with a bunch of Indians who hated the British more than I did. They seemed worried. They asked me to gather more wood for the fire. I got more wood. We had a big fire. I think their English speaker could tell I was nervous. He put me at ease. Said they were thankful for my generosity. Said they wanted to return home. Said they'd chased a herd of deer out here into the marshes that turned out not to be a herd of deer. When I asked him what in the hell could be a deer that ain't a deer, he gave me a funny sort of look. He said Pukwudgie, I think. I don't know how to spell it. He said it like it was a bad word. His people looked mad when he said it. No one talked much after that. They left in the morning. There are more. There are many more accounts like this, and many are far less tame. Many have been entirely overlooked and discounted in their authenticity, however, because of their origin. These accounts are not from scholars, not from cryptidologists, but from farmers, hunters, explorers, natives with a rudimentary grasp on English. Now, of course, these accounts could easily be written off as stories, the wild imagination of the wandering man. But their accounts all seem to bear an odd resemblance to one another. So now, we're hearing the same stories from all different types of people over a period of several hundred years who had no means of communicating or even crossing paths in their lifetimes. Sometimes the Pukwudgie is mentioned by name, but usually only in documented encounters with the natives. Other times, a relation to the Pukwudgie can be drawn due to the nature of the encounter, however, direct association cannot be proven. These accounts will, of course, be marked as speculative. Following the conclusion of this seminar, I will make my collection of documents available to each and every one of you, should you wish to speculate upon or criticize my findings. But to get back to where we started, I believe I have just posed a very interesting question. Creatures from beyond the veil. In our world, before the veil fell, before the cataclysm, yet very important to note, after the apparent departure of magical beings from this plane. How could this be? To expand upon that question, why then, after the fall of the veil, have we not been presented with explicit proof that these creatures exist? I'm sure every person here has seen a griffin, or at least seen a picture of a griffin. They objectively exist in our world now. Yet this myth, the Pukwudgie, if it is real, a cryptid with the ability to traverse the veil before it's breached, didn't do so in any greater numbers, if at all, afterwards. Why? Perhaps it is because the Pukwudgie isn't from across the veil. Perhaps it was always here, and for the past 70 years we have been operating on the assumption that it simply came through with the rest. I am not operating under that assumption. It is generally but loosely agreed upon that magic and the creatures that bore it finished their exodus from our world sometime in the 13th century. Yet the Americas themselves weren't even known to exist until the end of that century, a continent that took 400 years to explore. A continent that some would say still isn't fully explored. Now we know the breach of the veil happened in America, and we know the magic in our world at some point went somewhere, back when the best scholars on Earth still thought you could sail west from Great Britain to get to India. Now, my fellow scholars, I believe the American Puckwaji is but the tip of a very old iceberg. I implore you continue with me with an open mind. Born and raised into the life of a scholar, a non-magical kobold such as myself was bound to develop some skepticism. But now I am speaking of things that I myself would not have humored or believed months ago. To study is to understand, but to experience something, that is to believe it. I have experienced many things I would have thought to be impossible. I spent my whole life thinking I had a decent grasp on my understanding of this world and my limited place in it up until the point I was faced with such undeniable proof of more that I could no longer maintain my original viewpoint. I've got some slides here for the, I didn't bring on the projector. Could we get the projector, please?
And Torn's gonna see it by the door, and he's gonna point at it, like gesture it his way, and Saber, I'll kind of let you roll with how this is gonna work. He very greatly wants it on the stage right now.
It's a cantrip, right?
It is a spell. But it is.
In that case, I think you're gonna have to act to initiate it.
But he definitely. I imagine he's standing there, panicking, willing it towards him.
Maybe a charisma save to see if his panic gets the better of him or not, or if he's able to focus on "I want you over here." Would be my argument.
Okay.
Yeah, that would work.
A 7.
Not quite.
You're kind of looking at it, and you're looking at the security guard who doesn't realize you're trying to get him to take it and bring it over here. You want to make one more shot at it?
Yeah, he's just standing up there awkwardly gesturing. What would that next shot be?
Give me another charisma save. Or not save, check.
Charisma check.
Well, seeing as the guard's not doing anything, I'm gonna walk over to it and gesture at him to help me.
Red will hop up out of his seat before the guard can get there and takes the other side of the table and hefts it up with you.
Oh, I can't grab both of you, so move it over.
Thorn's gonna take a moment to assess the room while this delightfully awkward display is happening.
Most people seem to just be waiting for you to continue.
Apples is looking particularly interested, as you mentioned, American goblinoids. The princess seems to be giving some particular attention, and Craven is actually leaning just a little bit forward in his seat.
Yeah, everyone's everyone's paying close attention. It's just they're like no one's like laughing at you or anything. They're just waiting for the presentation to go on.
Sorry about that. I have some slides here. I'll get to them in a second. On the topic of magic having never truly left our world, I'm sure most of you have noticed that the Colossus, rumored to have once been the protector of roads, has returned to its post. Word is that the knights and the locals that still remain alive on the island while fending off the brutal attacks of magical abominations from the sea are quite pleased to have it back, as they were recently abandoned in their time of need by the Italian garrison that was supposed to protect them. I myself have been asked of it several times now. I suppose I can
I don't hide my snort while at that.
Contempt for the Italians.
I suppose I can clear a few things up for the record. It was said to have been lost when the Arabs invaded the island in the 7th century. Historical records show that it was sold for 80,000 silver coins to the Umayyad Caliphate, disassembled and shipped up the Orontes River, where the paper trail died. At some point after that, it was moved to the previously undiscovered catacomb sealed by holy magic below the Mushabak Belisa, near Aleppo. This is where we found it.
And he's going to insert the first slide, which is a picture of it disassembled. These are all pictures Peter took, probably. And then the second one with, like, entire
Peter's-
people. What?
Peter's the only one not in the pictures.
Yeah. Like, there's some of Nikos, like, freaking dragging something over here. There's the one of, like, Torn posing, like, fucking a few slides, like, of just the, that event.
Now,
Murmurs kind of go through the crowd as you appear next to it, and your other two.
And that one was to hide the surprise at this, him telling this.
Hey, man, gotta establish some weight somehow.
this is a very real and very large example of magic that never truly left our world. One which I was fortunate enough to have a direct hand in uncovering. It left me to wonder if for over 1,000 years we failed to discover a giant metal man the size of the Statue of Liberty. What else have we potentially overlooked? Surely, plenty of magical items, but maybe even creatures. Perhaps. I want to share a few more examples before we move on to the main topic. Briefly, we are going to go through a selected list of magical items which I personally have uncovered have been present for the discovery of. For the sake of privacy on behalf of certain individuals, many specific locations and individuals involved will be redacted. Actually, there is one item I think I would prefer to demonstrate. I currently have it in my possession here. I do not know who possessed it before me, but I would wager that it was just as important to them as it is to me now.
And Torn is going to retrieve the music box, and he's gonna flip the lid open. And he's gonna keep talking, but he's gonna continue talking with the music box, the lid open and playing. What are you rolling?
Nothing.
I think I might know.
Charisma save.
You got Torrent's song?
I do. Give me una memento. That is the one I did not queue up because I am stupid. Please forgive me.
You thought of everyone else's except for Torin using it.
Man, what a piece of shit.
I got it.
Okay,
Damn,
so
son. Coming out swinging for no reason.
you know what? Yeah, you motherfucker.
Well, I'm gonna make yours Barney then. Yeah. There we go.
That'd be funny.
This is a very special music box. Those of the magically inclined may be able to sense something about it even from here. However, to describe its purpose and to demonstrate its attributes, I will need a volunteer from the audience. The qualities of this device simply cannot be displayed without the help of another. And I do believe we have another with a deep understanding of magical items within our ranks. One who perhaps respects them just as much, if not more than I do. I cannot think of a better participant at this time.
And Torn is going to point up to Craven in the box.
Sir, Craven, could you please come down here?
Kind of squints for a half moment. Raises his brows and will stand up from his seat, set the little handkerchief he had on his lap down, and steps forward and starts to kind of look like he's about to tip over forward, and you'll see a gray, subtle poof as he will misty step to the floor absurdly casually and begin walking his way, very respectfully, kind of fixing his vest as he'll walk over and stop just beside you with his hands behind his back and a little ball. Just kind of looks to you respectfully, head very high.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
Torn's gonna close the box. He's gonna hold it out for Craven to take it.
You may open it when you wish.
He'll look out at the crowd for a half moment, look back to you, and his eyes will go between you and the box, and he'll very, very gingerly, like you could tell there is a respect for the item, he'll take it, pinching it by the top of it, set it in his palm, and opens it real slowly.
Now you may have noticed that the song has changed. Upon closer observation of the spindle, you may also notice it is entirely smooth. It's lacking of any pins in which to play notes, yet it's still very clearly playing a different song. How? You might ask. It's called a soul box. It's chronomancy, you see. This little box knows who you are, who you were, and who you will be. It's listening to your soul. You are listening to your soul. It's quite intriguing, really. Such powerful magic. Something we have yet to figure out how to recreate, used for what I presume to be a personal keepsake, an item of sentiment, its purpose entirely abstract. In terms of utility, this is a useless item by all accounts. But is it not amazing? It is perhaps my favorite acquisition. Thank you. Craven, may I please have it back?
He's kind of looking at the box for an extra second. Not deeply, but kind of looking at it with a little bit of distance. And his hand doesn't jerk away, but kind of leans away from you a half inch as he blinks once and looks. Oh, yes, of course. And he'll snap it shut and hand it over to you very nicely.
Thank you. That will be all.
Gives a nod and will kind of run a hand over the top of his head as he'll turn and continue walking back over towards the side, and makes his way back over where you'll see him take like a half step up towards the little couch cushion and misty step up and sit down real nice like.
Torn's gonna eye him for a moment or two before looking back down to the podium.
He's not making eye contact. He's looking kind of towards Hachu or just towards the middle of the room at the moment.
Right. Well, now that we've gotten to that, we're gonna move on to a few more items.
And he's just, at this point, it's just a list. He's gonna, like, very kind of sterile notes documented on, like, the bear pelt, the navigator spyglass he carries around, the touch ringlet he gave Hachu, the Belgian Mountaineers Thunderous Bellows Cap of Greater Black Tooch Mountains.
Does he want to demonstrate any of the ones? Do you want to demonstrate any of the ones you have with you, like the navigator spyglass, or?
Not particularly.
Let me demonstrate the glove in front of everybody.
No, the glove isn't. They made that.
They don't have to know that. Well, it's not like they're gonna remember it after.
Torn puts the Mountaineer's hat on. Hello.
Oof.
Well, now that I think about it, Hachu, if you wouldn't mind, putting the hat on and just whisper something very politely to the crowd.
Just take the hat out of the satchel. Just put it on. Hello.
Give me a quick sec.
Why is he
It's gonna be.
That's a lot of times.
No, he whispered.
That was me pouring out the dice bag.
Oh, okay, he whispered. It was a quiet hello.
I know he whispered. Still want to roll a couple times. Can you do me a favor and roll for Apple since she has really big ears? Okay.
That's actually what I was rolling for now. She met the AC needed to not keel over.
I was going to lower the AC just a little bit because he is whispering.
Mm-hmm. It's still,
But, yeah.
for her standard, like, ow. Yeah, she barely meets, like, you got hands going up to her ears, it's like, ah.
There's a couple guys in the crowd who are kind of twitching and reacting. One of the Germans in the back is covering his ears at that, but most people are able to, you just played a surprisingly loud noise to them.
Hey, take it off. Don't say anything. Just take it off.
Right.
I think I'd pay to see a yeehaw with that outside after the speech, perhaps.
No, the mortar would not appreciate it. Neither would the greater parts of the surrounding city, perhaps.
Emmeline gives a little bit of a chuckle and sips her tea.
Apologies if that was a bit much for anyone. It's hard to demonstrate it quietly, as I'm sure you've noticed. Moving on.
And then, really, the next probably half hour or more of the speech is going to be just an absolute document dump of the things that on the Puckwaji that Torn brought up earlier, the theories, just bullet points, lists, fucking vetted documents, the boring fucking historical stuff.
Hell yeah.
The proof showing stuff that I am not going to burn my voice out doing for 30 minutes.
Understandable.
But it'll reach a point where he's finished with those notes, and he closes his folder or whatever it is that he's been working out of. Takes a breath. He's gone through the slides. He shuts off the projector, and he looks out at everyone and goes,
That's going to conclude the materials that I've brought for this presentation. If any of you have any questions or comments, I would be delighted to hear them.
There's gonna be a handful of not quite hands raising up, but like visible interest to want to approach and talk with you either after or ask questions. I will say Emmeline will raise a bit of attention from up on her balcony seat.
Yes, of course, Miss Emily.
Yes, I am rather curious if you, where exactly did you find the majority of your records and paperwork of this? I'm sure from perhaps some libraries, or if there was any particular place of interest that you found a lot of your documented info.
Several sources, really, an aggregate of them, and I'm sorry, I'm not particularly at liberty to say at the moment.
Entirely understandable. I was going to offer an extension to, I do hope you continue your research into these critters, as us down south have a little bit of history with them or something similar as well, and I'd like to offer any of my available records and libraries to you.
Of course, should I find myself in the area, I would be honored to be able to peruse your own personal documentation. It seems our knowledge is quite limited by what we can find where. This isn't exact. The accounts aren't exactly published.
Gives a little bit of a nod and looks over to Marianne, who kind of nods, and they seem to kind of whisper among themselves a little bit. The officer in the back, the red tiefling with almost kind of draconic wings, his tail's kind of flitting a little bit to the side. He'll kind of raise up a little and kind of look to you.
Torn's gonna give him the go for it nod.
Yes. I would like to ask, you did elaborate in some of these, however, what are the distinct characteristic differences between this Puckwaji and our traditionally known goblin of European descent?
Well, in theory, basically everything. The whole misconception is that these creatures were mistaken to be goblins. while they may have a slight resemblance in figure or size, their inherent magical ability and their perhaps reputation as shapeshifters would suggest that they are far from simple goblins, if at all. There are, of course, accounts where false flags where goblins have been mistaken for the Pukwudgie, but I feel like I've done a fair job of singling them out and not including them in this presentation.
Gives a kind of little nod to that, and we'll sit back down. You can probably pretty easily tell without a perception check. Apples has a little bit of a forward lean and is kind of looking at Percy, who seems to be like kind of nudging her, like it's okay to ask, kind of nudge.
Professor Gousseau also has a question whenever you get to him.
All right. Torrance just like waiting for someone to pipe up.
Monsieur Levencroft, you were saying you believe that these creatures were in the New World prior to the Cataclysm. Do you have any reason to believe that this is a unique phenomenon to the New World, or is that just the extent of your research?
So, dare I say I haven't uncovered enough to speculate further. However, if perhaps we mislooked the presence of one magical creature before the event of the Cataclysm, there's a great chance that we could have missed more. See, it's not about what we know, it's about what we don't know, which is unfortunately an underwhelming answer, but that's all that I can speculate on at the time.
Nods his head and sits back down.
Mr. Levencroft?
Yes, of course.
You mentioned griffins. Have you seen a griffin before?
Yes.
She just starts looking down. With his eyes open, just like...
Apples has a very silent sort of, like, lean in at that information. I don't know if you can maybe state where?
Greenwich. Remember the news articles about the griffin? It is a big mess.
The griffins at
Say that.
Can we, are people able to see them?
Yes. Absolutely, yes.
Give me a perception check, please.
Uh-oh.
Wait, did she not? Wait.
17.
There is avid interest from Apples, who seems enamored with the idea of a griffin, almost like it's like, you ever hear of a horse girl? She seems to be like a griffin girl. She's like, oh, griffins are cute.
She's got a notebook full of griffin drawings.
However,
Oh, Lord.
Captain Percy is sitting beside her, is giving the most highbrowed, I didn't know that, sort of like security clearance highbrow.
It was on the news!
It was literally in the
There were
newspaper.
radio
like
warnings about it!
It was in the newspapers.
There was no information as to where it went.
Well, yeah.
Just that it was
But-
there and that it was secured and made safe. There was no
Well, for all-
information as to where it disappeared to.
For all he knows, Torrin was just one of the people in the streets who saw it.
And it was at and around Greenwich, so...
Yes.
Yeah.
Stated in Greenwich, to which now...
Yeah, Greenwich is a town, too, remember?
It is. Yeah. But yeah, he's got a bit of interest at that and kind of a, like he's kind of analyzing that statement a little bit heavier. But Apple seems to be absolutely enamored at the idea of a griffin and seeing one.
Will that be all?
There'll likely be a handful of others that will want to approach you afterwards. from what you can tell of the crowd, but doesn't, at least not on my end, unless you got something. Matt?
No, I don't think I do.
I thank you all very much for your time and your participation in this event. And of course, thank you to the organizers for extending a hand and allowing my speaking here this afternoon. I, of course, will be attending the rest of this event, so I will look forward to seeing you all in the future. Thank you.
And he's gonna give a little bow and then make his leave.
As you make your leave back where you came from, why don't you roll me another charisma check?
Oh, all right. We left the projector.
Oh, that was a save.
So it would be fate. Well, no, give me an actual check, not a save.
What the hell?
Okay.
Charisma,
I think-
charisma.
This shit's broken.
That makes me want to refresh my whole fucking page.
If you do, the next roll is going to pass, of course. Actually, either way, the next roll is going to be a flying pass.
Yeah, I'm like looking at a painting or something.
Exactly.
Whatever, Torrance is gonna pick up the projector.
Just pick it up,
Alright.
walk away with it.
I'll
over
move
here.
it.
Let the other security guard go.
Gonna make sure to get his slides back.
It's an old-timey projector. You had to put them in and take them out one by one.
Oh yeah, right.
Alright. Where do y'all want to go from here?
I mean, yeah, back to the courtyard probably.
Alright.
Alright.
Bam.
Well, that went pretty good, I think.
Yeah, I thought that went well.
I haven't spoken that much in a while.
I was expecting you to tell them about the Colossus, though.
Yeah, well, sorry, I kind of took some liberties there. I needed to cement my legitimacy somehow, and you guys are gonna be in history books now, so congratulations.
I mean, that's
Well-
definitely a way to cement some credibility.
I quietly like lean in. Well, we did literally take the Ark of the Covenant, so like,
Yeah, well, there's a reason I didn't bring that one up.
or the ashes and ashes of German soldiers.
Yeah,
Ixnay on the Ashes, eh?
yeah, this is a pass is here. What's this? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've been around, I guess. Some hope Sweden isn't too upset with me that I revealed our involvement in that, but I mean, no, I don't know. I think it worked. I think it was for the best.
Do you have anyone who wanted to approach Knox?
Yeah, I have one in particular. I just had to double check the name. I'll use one of the random tokens. A gentleman with one of the police security kind of following behind them approaches you. Looks very plain. Like,
Oh,
blending in plain among all the others. He's not distinguished, not wearing exorbitantly nice clothes, very flat tan suit top and gray suit pants. Just very run-of-the-mill generic historian. Kind of walks up to you. Ah, hello, Mr. Levencraft.
Oh, yes, sir?
Yes. I will say, amazing presentation. You exceeded our expectations greatly.
Thank you.
He's gonna look at the super plain clothing and then like the police officer behind him and
To whom may I extend the courtesy, if
Ah.
you don't mind me asking?
Of course. Hansman. First ring of the Vienna Science Circle and the Nine Circles Society. And he'll extend a hand out to you.
good old firm handshake.
He'll shake your hand very vigorously.
Well,
That
I
was
appreciate it.
rather interesting. We were glad at least a Levencroft were able to arrive, as majority of those who came in attendance have been a bit lacking in desire to continue showing up. We have been doing this for a few years now, and may I formally extend invitation to hopefully attend next year and the year after.
But, I would be honored. Of course, I would love to do so.
I will also ask, should you continue your research into the Pukwudgie and other cryptids of the Americas, I don't see why future smaller holdings and research couldn't be entertained or housed out of here, should you be so willing to share those endeavors with us.
I mean, of course, granted, I haven't spent much time in the States as of lately. My research has stalled ever so slightly, but the minute I'm back to it, you will know.
Well, from what I can gather, you and your company are rather well traveled, and I can only imagine with the items and trinkets and artifacts you've been finding, there's quite a bit more that you'll be doing in the months to come, if I may say of most in attendance here, considering the political climate of the world, so I won't press on that, but allow me to extend a offer to you.
Oh, I'm all ears.
I would be honored if you would continue your research here or be willing to house some of your European endeavors here. However, more so, should you find yourself coming to a conclusion on the Pukwudgie and fully realizing it, I would consider that well enough grounds, and with your rather impressive family name lineage behind it, the Ninth Circle of the Nine Circles Society is an available and open seat as of recently, and we are looking to fulfill it.
Oh,
We would be
goodness.
honored to have a Levencroft be the ninth of us.
Goodness, I genuinely don't know what to say. Thank you. Yes, of course. If I can do what you ask, of course.
Of course, take your time. We aren't looking to fill this seat anytime quickly, and we're in no rush. After all, we are often hounded by political and government entities, but we try our best not to be involved with that. Hence why the ninth seat has opened up recently. Politics has no place in science and research.
Dare I say I agree. Unfortunately, the funding that dictates it often forces one's hand.
Quite so. And should there be any speculation, I want to also dampen any suspicion that we are merely looking to replace one kobold with another. After all, none of us knew you were a kobold, but we're pleasantly surprised.
I had not heard of that suspicion.
I'm dashing it before any speculation should come by.
Dare I ask who the previous kobold was?
Mr. Antonucci.
Huh.
We had a unanimous 8 out of 9 votes. His political inquiries became too strong, and we found reason to expel him from the Nine Circles Society.
Oh, goodness, how long ago was that?
I would rather withhold that, if possible. However, he is still quite a man of research, and we wish to continue having his expertise in matters.
Of course.
But this isn't about him. This is about you and the Vienna Science Circle. Again, I implore you, explore future endeavors with us, and should you
feel up to the task of fully discovering the Pukwudgie. After all, you seem to be rather inclined to cryptids. I rather do like that word, the cryptid. It doesn't have a parallel in Europe. Then the Ninth Sea is awaiting a Levencroft to finally fill it. But before I draw any further eyes, as it wasn't intended for me to actually be present, I implore you to speak with many of the other members, enjoy your time, and perhaps schmooze with some of those with perhaps higher status or deeper coin purses. However, perhaps stay out of the political circles. And he gives a very clever kind of smile at that and will extend his hand out.
He's gonna shake it again.
He'll put the other hand over yours and give a two-handed shake, and you can tell there's a genuine, appreciation for it, as he'll stand up, give a nod to the other two of you, and then turn about, and him and the security officer will walk off.
Soren's just gonna slowly turn back to Nikos and Hachu and just be like,
Did that just happen?
That
yes,
it did.
did.
Wow. I'm concerned about moving forward with our future plans at this point. I don't want to voice it necessarily, but I would really hate to do anything to perhaps upset this reputation apparently that I've just garnered.
Understandable.
I don't know what to do now. Oh.
I mean, we don't have to go all the way, just take preventative measures.
Yeah, of course. I'm no longer comfortable with what we had previously planned.
We also might want to discuss with the clergy also.
Yes, I'm sorry, the clergy.
Nikos?
Huh? Sorry, someone came in.
oh. It just looks off into space with a cryptic expression.
The clergy.
What, like the Pope? What's he got to do with
The
this?
nun.
I mean, we can still have that take place. I just don't want any hand in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways, that's a stroll, I suppose. I think there's more people wanting to talk to me. I'm not used to this still.
Well, if you keep giving speeches like that, you'll have to get used to it.
Yeah, I know. If I can handle a machine gun, I can handle this. This is just talking.
I smell a Frenchman behind me.
Pardon, Monsieur Levencroft.
Oh, yes. Greetings, hello.
Yes, I was hoping to have a follow-up with you about some of your sources regarding the pre-calamity existence of the Pukwudgies.
Yes, of course. What would you like to discuss?
I was hoping I could give you my card, and he hands you a card, and I would like your list of sources regarding their pre-calamity existence. It is something that has inspired me over the course of this. I believe I'm going to be doing some research into the existence of creatures pre-calamity. After all, us here in Europe had the concept of kobolds before there were kobolds. Perhaps either the veil was not always so thick, or we had something of our own.
That is... I'm quite interested as well. Perhaps we could share in research. I'll make sure that the first moment I have available, I'll have copies of my sources all sent to this address.
Ah, merci. Do, if you find yourself in Saint Cyr, do feel free to drop by and say bonjour.
Of course.
Yeah, another business card. Okay.
Add them to the stack.
Le Frenchman's business card, of which you now have 2 of them. Because he gave you one in the cafe.
It's just really.
Did he? I don't remember that.
I'm pretty sure, at least.
Right here, let me
I don't
put.
think
Let
so.
me put 2 in parentheses.
Pretty sure when you consulted him on the scrolls, he gave you one.
I don't remember, but
I
either way, we
forgot
definitely
that,
have one
so he
now.
forgot that. Yeah,
He was too distracted by the mountain of food he was getting.
Yeah.
yes. A business card for. I need to go double check his first name.
Jacques.
It's not Jacques. I don't think.
Pierre.
I think it's Albert actually.
Philippe.
Philippe.
I do have
Jacques
one,
Bleu.
I do have one minor concern. It didn't occur to me at the time, but Carl Cronin may have recognized the music box. There's a chance.
Hmm.
I
You
didn't
might
think
be
that one
right.
through. This is a small world, all things considered.
Well, if it comes up, we'll just have to deal with it, I suppose.
You know, maybe we just play dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Just playing dumb about. Oh yeah, I found this.
Yeah, we totally didn't rape rob somebody. Oops.
Well, we never saw who actually had it because Wilhelm collapsed the bunker door on him. But
Yeah.
We just flattened him
Oops.
like a pancake, it's fine. Preaching.
Well, that being said, I think we need to figure out what to do with our paperweight,
Mm-hmm.
given inherently having it on our possession is
Not ideal.
yeah. I say we should go talk.
Mm-hmm. Have a post-speech discussion in our room.
Yeah, that's good. Let's perhaps
Yeah.
move to that.
Next slide.
Moving to
Next slide,
the
please.
bedrooms. There we go. I'm waiting for the DM. He's being absurdly quiet.
Sorry, yeah, I'm looking for that and I can't find it. I had it in like actual notes and now I can't find it. And for some reason, it's not in my DMs with Guzzo. I'm like 90% sure his name is Albert
You
Guzzo.
mean, representing the Second Bureau of the General Staff
No,
of France,
'cause when we
Jacques
contacted-
Rousseau?
When we contacted Guzzo, he wanted to change it from Jacques to something else
Oh.
because he said Jacques didn't sound upper class enough.
We'll just know him as Gusseau for now.
how'd you get out of my
Professor.
room?
Dr. Guzzo.
I'm a loiter wherever I feel like it.
Alright, yeah, continuing. What do you guys feel like doing from here?
Torin is pacing a hole in Nikos' rug currently. Just but back forth, just.
So, you don't want to steal it, so what's the plan then?
I just I'm not inherently against stealing it. I just don't want to accept the risk of perchance getting caught in that case, because it just, after everything that's been established here, this may sound a little bit selfish, but I don't want to do that.
I mean, our mission was just to make sure it didn't get stolen, so...
So, moving forward, Apples' plan is still worth doing, as it will cause the remainder of the items in the hall to go under lockdown, or to be put away, perhaps, and that will therefore ensure its safety. And she already plans to place that upon Craven for the potential theft of said items. I suppose I'm kind of morally hung up.
So do you want to plant that in his room then?
Yes, but is that a good idea?
I mean, it would probably work.
Yeah, I know, just... I don't know. I spent a lot of money on it. It'd be a shame not to use it, and we absolutely should not hold on to it. It's inherently a confession of a premeditated guilt just having it.
So how are we going to get rid of it then?
I mean,
Just hide it in his room somewhere?
Put it in Craven's room, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, just... I mean, for all he's done, tried to do to me, he almost killed me in Italy. He almost killed me in Egypt. I don't know. Is this the time where I decide not to and hope that our bad blood will go away? Or do I attempt to usurp his influence, assuming that it will not?
Well, I mean, he did seem fairly cordial, but that also just could be because we're in public.
I suspect it's could just be because we're in public. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Here's what I think we'll do. We will plant the fake in his room. We'll hide it fairly well. And then we'll go downstairs and we'll cause a disturbance. And all will hopefully go as planned. Apples will get whatever she wants out of this. And we will be in the clear.
Alright. And this disturbance.
Got you? We need to make a lot of noise and chaos in the artifact hall without killing anyone.
Okay.
Oh, what can you do?
There's a number of things I could do.
Let's talk about it.
Well, I could. I'm trying to think of things that won't hurt anybody.
I mean, if someone gets hurt a little bit, I mean, that's fine. We just, we just don't want to kill anyone.
And how subtle can you do them? You obviously don't want to get pointed at it when your hands are glowing. When, whatever happens.
That too.
So, do y'all think that gorilla is something?
Oh, I know it's something. I can't figure out what.
Do you think it's a still living creature?
I mean, I don't think it's alive.
No.
It was a creature once.
We're doing D&D right now, Luke.
Pretty sure calling up zombies is probably a bad idea.
Yeah.
Yes.
I could call. Well, I mean, that's just. I don't have to necessarily make him do something, but I can call forth the spirit of death. So, yeah, I call forth the spirit that embodies death. Lasts up to 10 minutes.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Yeah, no, that's. Let's think of it a bit less spiritual. Would you perhaps revive something like the gorilla or the machine gun or
Could I cast that? Could I cast like?
Are you able to animate objects?
Yes.
Oh, we could have led with that. How does that work?
Depends which one I use, but.
Well, let's go over it. We need to.
Okay.
Be sure.
Okay, so there. One of
If
mine
you want,
is.
you can go case it again, too. You guys have all of the rest of today.
Look,
Yeah.
all right. I need to check on that damn gorilla again. I need to know. I need to know if I could do something with it.
Given the number of times that I have entered that hall, I feel it would be best for you to go there alone.
All right. I'll be back.
Yeah, we don't want to.
You know, it's just a display hall, right? Plenty of people are in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we've gone there a lot, and we're not trying to steal from it anymore, but
Just being paranoid.
Fair. Alright, I guess let's take Hachu over to the display room as we've split the party.
let's go. The
Wrong
wizard going off alone. This surely will end fine.
This is fine. There you go, Hachu.
Alright, roll me the gorilla check.
Was the perception right? I just.
Yeah. Unless you're specifically looking for magic on it.
You know what? I'll look for magic on it first.
There is no magic on this gorilla.
Somehow don't believe you, but
It has the most
With an 18,
motherly,
do you really not believe me?
most motherly
Yes.
gaze outwards. Its hands are in like a little kind of half ball, like it was holding something. It's just looking forward with a mother's adoration and gaze. Just deep stare monkey.
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 You want to give 12 worth of description of the monkey for that 12, Knox?
It's specifically a silverback gorilla. If I had to give you a cartoon parallel, picture a slightly larger Tarzan's gorilla mama. Very soft, motherly, big eyes, just looking into the distance, stuffed and put in a pose like it was in the middle of crafting or manipulating something in its hands, just looking outwards with adoration. Is just a brown and black and gray silverback female gorilla doing silverback female gorilla things, being a monkey.
At least I get my money's worth in the spell.
Is a monkey.
Monkey.
Is this stuff to do with the fucking Halo monkey? Is that what this has to do? This the monkeys at Halo 3. Is that what this has to do with?
No, I told you not to call them that. They're one of the developers and his kids, man. You can't say that.
They bottled them badly.
I'm you gotta cast animal friendship on it. I'm just throwing shit at the wall, see what happens.
All right. Cast animal friendship for me. Nothing happens to the taxidermied monkey.
If it was alive, it'd give you a nice motherly hug.
You're no fucking place.
You say that.
See?
I hate to sabotage the party, but are the guards gonna say anything about him casting magic at the monkey?
At this moment, and with his role, no.
Fair enough.
He really wants to be friends with a big stuffed monkey. Who's gonna stop him?
How to reanimate a stuffed monkey?
It is an inanimate object, I guess. I don't know.
Well, it's not anime. The question is a stuffed monkey a statue or a dead body? Because it was a real, like, half of a real monkey.
Technically, it would be a statue because it has no more internal organs. It's literally just fur. So it'd be like, I want to cast reanimate on a pelt, which technically you could reanimate a pelt, but it's not going to be able to do much because it's a pelt. Like, if you reactivate the skin, okay, but it's got no muscles or anything to actually move. So it'd have to probably be more an object than a thing now.
Good to know in case you ever want to reanimate like a stuffed head or something too.
Becomes a ventriloquist. Hey Jimmy, how you doing? James is doing the deep think.
I like the dance you have going on over here.
You know,
They're still doing that, walking around the circle as Hachu is deep in thought.
Yeah, that's
Guard
gonna
comes
be real unfortunate.
Puts his hand on your shoulder, looks out at the monkey and says, "Magnificent, isn't she, sir?" And then carries on.
Jesus Christ.
Come on, Ashu, you can figure this out. He's thinking hard.
Yes.
I can practically hear the click, click, click of the gears in your brain.
I don't know what to do.
Or always go back and discuss it with your party further. There's more than one way to skin a cat, as it were. Or I guess a monkey.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back.
Alright, drag your token to the entrance and then slide.
Slide. Slide for life. Whoop. Hachu returns with dire news.
I can't do anything with the monkey.
What? Nothing?
Alright.
Now, I know that machine gun can be walkable.
Be fireable?
I mean, as
Preview roll
long as it
history on me.
has...
All three of you. History.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, 23.
There we go.
Uh-oh. DM's history notes.
No, that was actually writing. I can't do anything with the monkey into the Quotes and Legends channel. You guys remember specifically being told that this machine gun was taken directly from the Austrian military for display. It is actively in use with the Austrian military. However, it does not have any ammunition. But if you could find some or acquire some or something, yes, it is entirely functional.
Does it count as a creature?
I think not.
It is a construct.
Yeah. It's like an enchanted equivalent to Wilhelm's gun.
Cannon. Yeah.
So, Hachi, you're kind of the one here who's got to make stuff happen, because I don't think Nikos possesses any particularly,
No. There's nothing I could do with magic.
I don't know, you could cast all that water that we got from the commies.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be helpful.
Hachi, you are a wizard. Surely you have something here that can just make a big mess.
I mean, as long as no people are in the way, I could make the sinkhole.
No. No.
That's not a good idea. Not that.
Well, I'll
big
tell
of
you
a
what,
mess.
the firewall and the fire shield aren't going to help me. Look, the banishment is not going to help anybody.
Mhm.
Death himself won't help y'all. I don't know. How do you feel about demons?
I don't, like demons.
I don't think summoning a demon would be a wise idea.
We already just said zombies were a bad idea. I mean, if I can find somebody dead around here, I might be able to raise it up. But
you can animate objects.
only if it's a dead person.
Oh, okay, that's Okay.
I could make them all blind and deaf in a room. Make several of them that.
That could be useful. That could genuinely be useful.
That could work. Maybe.
What about Apple's initial idea with the machine gun? If we could, that's a lot.
Well,
If we could find a belt of ammunition for it, activate it. However, it is meant to be activated. It'll do some sort of magical activation, I assume.
I could just make them really scared.
Drawing up blanks here.
Is there some other way we can distract everyone if the magical option's out?
Now, surely they'd be able to detect that magic was being used, right? Like somebody here would know, and like, I don't know. Can they? They can trace that too.
Perhaps the locking machine guns are our best bet. I have to go out, secure ammunition for it. I suppose I'd like to take another stroll through the artifacts hall to observe it. See what can be done, and how it may be activated. Unless anyone has any other ideas.
No, not at the moment.
Given that Apples isn't willing to make her own distraction.
Is that the party going to the items hall then?
I suppose so.
Slide.
All right. There we go.
Yeah, Torn's just gonna take a real good look at this. How would this be activated?
Roll perception.
Okay, there it is.
So it's a manned machine gun. It walks and moves on its own, but the operation of the machine gun itself is intended to be done by someone kind of following along and pulling the triggers. You can kind of grab it, and it works kind of like how a powered push mower is supposed to work, where you would push on it and it would just go that way without any resistance.
Yes, but is it charged and functional in this way, or is it
Yeah.
deactivated?
Yeah, it's fully functional in its movements. If you remember back to when you were originally shown the item hall, every now and again it's sitting there just kind of lifting one leg and then putting it down, lifting another leg, just in like an idle animation.
Okay, so you just pushing on it would make it move right now.
Just a self-momentum engine, essentially. What's that, wooden beach crab walker thing that the guy built? Once it gets forward momentum...
Strong
magically in.
beast.
Yeah. Once it gets that
Except
forward
it's
momentum,
magically,
it just
like,
goes
supported.
on its own. Yeah.
Not just forward momentum, but like think of it as you could grab the two handles on the back of the machine gun and just pull the whole walker around without any resistance.
Okay, and what type of ammunition does this use?
Hachu, I believe you have some sitting on your shelf right now. Can you remind me what it is?
Has it been converted to that yet?
It would have been. All Austria stuff was converted to the Spitzer.
Heavy
Okay.
machine gun.
All right,
ammo.
so it is 8x56 RS.
Oh god.
Okay, and 100 round, 200 round belts, like.
Yeah, you're looking at like a 200 round belt, and they can be hooked together. You know,
Yeah.
100, 200, however. You know, the standard Maxim type belts.
Okay.
You're very familiar with the actual machine gun itself. It's a slight modification of something you've seen a million times. Just as it's a Maxim gun.
Yeah. Okay, and we're gonna stroll. We know that now. Torn now has to go out into town again. I'm
Good luck
assuming.
buying military-grade machine gun ammo in town.
You taking a look at all the things before you go?
Yeah.
Golden gun.
Might
look
as
at the
well.
monkey.
We're here, right?
I don't understand their fascination with you.
Roll perception.
A 20.
It is a monkey.
16.
Let me DM you, Soren.
Oh, great.
Battle Pit was also construct. You can't use that. Could just turn these two into like Blizzard or something, but
I don't.
Saber.
I don't.
Torn's gonna reach out and touch it.
Monkey.
Fuzzy.
Is it warm or room temperature?
Room temperature.
Okay.
Room temperature fuzzy monkey.
I think Hachi's holding out on us.
Me think?
He's got something in the head of his. I don't know.
Hey, DM.
Yeah?
Why is this case empty?
I don't know. Why is that case empty? Hmm.
I don't know.
Hey, Nikos, this case is empty.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I don't think this case should be empty.
No. No, I don't think it should be.
I was here before. An axe?
Roll me history. Anyone who wants to try and remember. Prospero's staff was here.
This is a.
Right.
I mean, do you.
That powerful wizard.
I just.
Maybe it was just taken for, like, cleaning or something?
What are you trying to detect, Hachu?
Or...
if I don't know, if like magic was used or something like that here.
Because surely there'd be some sort of concern if it just went missing.
I mean, I'm sure the guards have noticed. I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Check your DMs, Hachu.
There was magic in the case.
Oh, it was.
In.
Like
On.
oh. I can't read. Sorry. there was magic used on this case.
Do you perhaps know what kind?
Do I? Probably not.
Nox, what would be that class?
Let me
DM it to me.
double check. Yeah. Oh, dope. That makes sense, actually.
Spasiba. In your DM, Saju.
Transmutation. That was transmutation.
Hmm.
So, what would this staff do? What would this staff do exactly if it was used like chaotically?
Who's that a question for?
I don't know. Do you know enough about this staff? What it would do?
I do believe, since you guys rolled well on your history checks on the staff earlier, I believe it was a necromancy staff of some kind.
I got the stats right here. Prospero's staff is a 5-foot-tall staff of inlaid and ornate wood and designs curled around itself, with a attached wooden crest that looks like a hardened tree stem with a inlaid leaf design on the end of it. Alleged to be wielded by the wizard Prospero, who was exiled for heavy necromantic use.
So nothing good then.
Where could it have? Who could have taken it?
This may perhaps be a chance to be casting another spell right about now.
Nom 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 nom.
Torin is just thinking very hard about where this could have gone. If only he could locate it.
Do you have something that would be of use?
Yes, locate object.
Click it for
Describe
us.
a name and object that is familiar to you. You can.
Yeah. But yeah, describe what it do.
Within 1,000 feet.
What's your casting class? Charisma?
Yes.
Well, roll me charisma.
I want to know where this went.
17.
Ooh.
Nox, if you would be so kind as to ping the location previously discussed.
Ping. Ping. Torn gets a mental ping in his
It's
head.
like,
I for some reason I think I'm gonna go over.
Follow.
As you guys are walking over, roll me perception checks at disadvantage.
" 17.
19.
Kachu's too focused on where you're going. Torin, you catch this out of the corner of the eye, and Nikos, you get a full eye on it. The German and the Italian are having a stare down.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm sorry. What is this thing? Is this a wall? What is this? A door?
A door.
I
It's
believe
just
that's a
not
door.
fully modeled, but it's a small, like, pantry door.
Torin is going to try to open it.
It is locked.
How locked is it?
Like that little bitty tiny pin lock that's attached to the middle of the door handle locked. It makes a nice loud jiggle when you grab it.
How could it potentially not be locked?
With a sleight of hand check, I would expect.
Is it locked?
Is definitely not.
Torin's just like jiggles it, gives it an extra hard jiggle, pokes a claw on like the thing, and he just opens it.
Okay.
Torin's just gonna look at it for a minute and then slam the door.
as you open the door, you see Apple standing atop a crate with a screwdriver, desperately trying to unscrew the head of the staff. Before Torin slams the door.
He just slams it. Nope.
Well, okay.
I should note also,
Hey, you
it
know
was
what?
pitch black in the room, so for half a second, all you had was yellowish glow of goblin eyes look towards you until the light came into the door and you just saw her huddled there in her habit, screwdrivering at the end of the staff, just,
Reaching up to try and unscrewdriver it, but just barely reaching. You know what? For the heck of it, why don't you roll me a perception check?
24.
You managed to notice in the brief moment that you were able to see there, the screwdriver she had, the Phillips head, it's a size too small. Just one size.
Torin's gonna open the door again really quick, go,
Your screwdriver's too small.
and then he's gonna slam the door.
Hey,
I don't want to be here.
I just turned to Siren, and she called us racist for it. Man, crazy.
That seems like she has a plan, I suppose.
Yep. Well,
Well,
Torin's just,
Hey, you just seem
No.
tense.
yeah, nothing I can do about that. That is not my problem.
Torin, you'll receive a very quick mental telegram of under 25 words. Maybe
one
start a fucking fire or something. Thank you. And that's it.
oh, okay. Torin's just gonna turn around,
How'd you light something on fire?
The German turns to you and says, "Oh, nothing is the matter." And the Italian just reaches up and pushes him back and says, "You are in my way! Get out of my way!"
That's completely unnecessary. Just because your hair
Whoa,
is
whoa,
screwed up,
whoa.
you don't have to start.
there's no need
He
for
turns
that.
to you and glares at you. The German kind of steps back a little bit and kind of straightens his tie. The Niccolo is staring you down. What did you say about my hair? The German is beckoning you over, Nikos.
I said screwed up.
Yeah, he's gonna slap you. What do I roll for that? Just a strength check?
That would
That's
be
fucking rude.
Strength? Yeah, that'd just be strength. Yeah.
+5.
He's gonna reach to slap you. And being so versed in combat, Torin, you just lean back and avoid it, only making him even more furious.
Kick him in the shin.
Strength?
Don't you swing at me!
Oh.
Damn.
Okay.
Nikos, check your
Yes.
right quick.
Will do.
You
Just
kick
ducks
him,
a slap
Hachi
and
just
kicks him in the shin.
Hachi just fucking tube lays out behind him and trips him as you kick him. Just bleh.
I was gonna cast snare on him, but hey, that works too, I guess.
That 20 on a shin kick though.
You get that whispered to you by the German, Nikos. Alright, are you trying to knock him over, Torin, or are you just trying to kick him in the shin?
Trying to just kick the shit out of his shin. And I guess apparently it's a really good kick.
Yeah, you go and you stomp down on his shin, and one of your foot claws catches the top of his greave and just tears it off, and he's fucking righteously pissed at you. And yeah, I think at this point it might be a good call to roll for initiative.
Can I just touch him and just cast snare on him as I'm right next to him?
My initiative bonus is 2.
Oh.
Oh yeah, you can just see it there. But
Okay, yeah, your initiative bonus is 2. Okay.
yes.
And we have a 16 from Nicolo to immediately follow up Torin, I guess.
Alright,
Because I can't, like, organize
Okay.
this.
I get it.
You know what, for completionist's sake, we'll put the German in here too. And the police officer.
He's a
Okay, the German
non-combatant.
gets a 3.
Oh.
Yeah, but I want his action to be paired to. Actually, we'll leave the police officer in here with an 8.
Alright. There we go.
God.
Well, this escalated.
That's what a nat 1 does.
Oh my god, not one got Torin making fun of his hair. The fucking pomade has been the most useful asset of this.
So it would seem, Torin, how are you going about this as the fight is escalated to an actual fight?
We are going to leap on the Roman hoplite and grapple with him.
Okay, that is what? Athletics? Or acrobatics?
That'd be
let's
a
decide.
grapple
I-
check, which would normally be opposing strength. But if
Okay.
you want to
What's your-
specifically, he could do acrobatics or athletics if he wants to be more nimbly about it.
Yeah, it's not trying to hold them back. It's trying to hold on to him and like scurry up like around, like on his shoulder, like between his shield. You just grab his fucking side, something like that. So acrobatics.
I'd say acrobatics, yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
we'll do
more
acrobatics against
nimble than,
strength. then.
Strength, 'cause he's not
What's your
trying to
strength
actually
modifier,
restrain him.
Nikos?
Saving throw or regular?
Regular.
5.
Damn. Torin, you're going to go to jump up on top of him, and he's going to kind of grab you by the side and just push you off to the side. I can't move you to put you there, but smashing you down on top of the display case.
You know, that, yeah, you're strong. Oh.
If I won't be controlling him, and since he's next, can I amend that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna chuck the kobold as far as I can.
What direction?
Wait, what is happening?
That way.
I'd say that would count for your action as opposed to your deflection of his attack.
Okay. Hey, he said I won't be controlling him if we fight each other.
Yep.
So,
Oh shit. Ugh.
Torn just.
Oh yeah, take 2 damage from getting smashed onto the thing. What would the roll? The roll would be opposing strengths to grab and throw him once he's on the case.
If he already has him in hand, it's just a strength check to see if he can chuck him that way.
All right. Roll me a strength check, Nicolo.
Oh. You might not be able to
Opposing,
chuck him
right?
the full
Or-
distance, but
Oh,
at this
great,
point,
right
it
on the
would-
helmet case.
at that angle, he would be going for the helmet case, so Torn would have to do a athletics or dex save.
Torrin's in the mind. He's not gonna make a save. He's gonna hit that case like a fucking 120-pound sack of flour.
Are going to be a D6 or D4 for fall damage?
Fall damage is normally a d6. Hitting an object is also additional dice based upon the object. Hitting a big glass case, I'll leave that to you.
I'm gonna treat the whole thing as just 1 fall damage because he's flying horizontally into it.
Okay. That's fine. However you want to do
Take
the damage.
2 damage as you shatter the glass case, landing on it, knocking the helmet onto the floor.
I missed this kinda.
Anything else you want to do, Nicolo?
that was my action, correct?
Correct.
Alright. How pissed is he? Like, genuinely
He's very
murder
pissed. He's been
or just
he's been
beat
having
the
a very
fuck out of
bad
someone
day.
pissed?
I'd say not quite murder yet, but it could very easily escalate to that. He's definitely in a beat the shit out of somebody pissed.
Road rage.
Okay. Then can you move me up to Torin?
I believe that would draw an attack of opportunity from the 2 of you if you would so choose to take it.
Yes, I would, at least.
Oh no.
Torrin's just
Hachu?
like,
Because that was a really good time for things. You know the things.
Oh, you know what? I could just I forgot the name of it. I could use reaction on it, right?
Yeah.
You get to make an opportunity attack, or if you want to use one that's specifically a reaction if you got it. Oh.
Oh, I just put it in the thing.
See, on a wisdom or vanish, being thrown to another point in time and causing the spell to be wasted. At the start of the next turn, the target reappears where it was or in the closest unoccupied space. Alright, so that's basically just a skip your turn spell. Nicolo, would you care to roll that wisdom save?
Of course. Wisdom save.
Yes.
Sorry.
He's gonna succeed on that wisdom save, leaving him open to Nikos' attack.
I'm just going to try
Remember,
and punch him
Nikos,
in
both
the
you and
face.
him only have swords.
Yeah, I know. But once again, this isn't a lethal fight at the moment, so I'm just going to try and punch him.
Alright, roll me an attack.
So that'll just be a
Punches him in the
strength
jaw.
then?
Yeah,
Yep, alright.
Oh.
No.
I'm assuming that does not meet your AC.
No, it does not, believe it or not.
Crazy.
Torrin's just laying there half on a glass case, like,
I got this. Don't worry.
Right, can I kick him as a bonus action?
Don't you have 2 attacks anyway?
Oh, actually, I do. So yes.
If he already used his action to
kick him.
throw him, that would have been
Well,
his
you
throw,
said-
so he'd have to only have his bonus action left.
Would that
Yeah, you
count?
said that
or
was
would
the whole
would
action.
it count as bonus
Yeah.
action?
Yeah, you could do offhand kick. You just don't get to add your proficiency to it.
Proficiency to a strength bonus or strength?
That is a good point.
Yeah, roll strength.
It'd just be strength.
Does that meet your AC, Torn?
No.
10.
Goes to kick at you and just kicks right into the display case. This seems to only be making him more angry as you kind of spread your legs to dodge his punch.
Quick, no, he missed. Let me roll a d20.
Yeah. The glass case
Yeah,
crusader.
you're up against a solid object.
Let me remember this. It's been a while since I used this. 1 sec.
I think you gotta beat their attack roll, if I'm not mistaken.
I did. So now I need to remember the damage real quick.
Somewhere in that massive character sheet.
1d8 plus the int modifier. Okay. He takes 9 damage by kicking
your
the
HP,
display
Nikos?
case.
It is 80.
Jesus Christ.
You just gave him the most, like, angry, on the floor, kobold, like, heel donkey kick to the fucking jaw. Just fucking. Holy shit. It's an eighth of his health left.
He kicks the case, stumbles forward, and you kick him in the gut, pushing him just back off you. Anything else from Nicolo, or is that it?
That was bonus action, action movement, that's all.
All right, Nikos.
Nicolo 2.
Alright.
Torrance
Well.
pissing him off more and more with every passing second.
Just gonna move there, and then, the, German guy here is facing away, right?
He's not facing away, but he's not looking at you. Roll me perception. Yeah, that's good enough. He looks like he's about to fucking leg it. like a deer facing down a hunter who just missed a shot. He's about to run.
Alright, then I'm on just stay here for now. And that's all. Wait till he gets a little further away before.
Check that.
Held
That's
action.
not the line. Alright. At the sound of the commotion, the security guard is going to come down, or the police officer, I should say, is going to come down the stairs, see the fight, and shout, "Hey, you! Stop!"
Torrance just like flailing below a fucking Roman hoplite.
Centurion.
Or Centurion, yeah.
And then we're on to Hachu.
Things I could do to this man.
I got this. Maybe. You maybe if you got your hair out of your eyes, you'd be able to hit me.
You! It's... Ah! Bastard!
I don't get it. Why are you so upset about your hair?
That's Stardo. He is Italian, don't forget.
Oh, yeah.
Festival Festival Pillar. You know?
What are you doing, Hachu?
What?
Oh. Oh.
What does that do, Hachu? Make a wisdom saving throw.
That's 17, but it's still at the beginning.
Wisdom save of 12. Hang on.
Mine's 17, so that's a fail.
4d4 damage. Fuck!
Jesus. Well, that escalated. This has escalated. This has significantly escalated.
Becomes frightened. Is they say become paralyzed frightened, a try to run away from you frightened, a try to run away from something else frightened?
I don't know. It's up to him.
Who are you
Yeah.
casting it on?
Oh, I'm casting it on Green Fella,
Ah.
Nicola?
whatever his deepest fear is.
DM me real quick,
Niccolo.
Peter.
You know, he needs to be alive to be a good distraction.
Distraction.
Oh,
He's
don't
still-
worry, he
plenty
still
of-
has plenty of that.
Uh, he's gonna turn towards you, Hachu, feeling the magic kind of impact him with a little poof. He's gonna turn towards you, look at you for a moment, and just scream in terror.
Jesus.
What the?
Anything else, Hachu?
Is well, run along now.
So casual. All right, on to the German, who is going to dash as far away as he possibly can, which is not that far in this big room. And we're back to the top of the turn order. As would you remind me how that thing you DM'd me, Nox, works exactly? All right.
Oh boy.
What is happening?
All right. Let me roll a little bit more.
You're welcome.
Three of you rolling perception checks.
Nice.
Hachu?
Perception.
Oh, sorry. Missed that. No.
Hachu's too focused on shooing away Nicolo. Yeah. None of you guys need to be concerned with what just happened.
Okay.
Lovely.
Is it my turn?
Yes, we are back to you. Sorry, I'm doing the administrative part of what just happened.
Oh God. Okay. Torin's gonna try to climb the hoplite again. Or, sorry, the what's it?
Centurion. Thank you,
Centurion.
cretin.
This furious lizard climbing up your fucking chest plate.
All right.
25.
Roll me a. You know what? Roll me a strength save and a charisma save, Nikos.
Got it. Strength
Nico.
save,
Sorry, Nicolo.
charisma
Alright.
save.
Oh, both of those are a fail. Torin, you climb up as he turns to face Hachu, you jump up, climb on his back and grip him around. And Nicolo just screams, "Oh God, I'm in its mouth," followed by some incomprehensible Italian. And come Nicolo's turn here, unless there's something Torin also wants to do after this.
Yeah, punch him in the head.
Roll me strength.
A 20.
Does that beat your unshielded AC?
Yes, it does.
Roll me, what is it, 1d6? Or 1d4?
D4 plus
I don't
strength
know.
mod.
1d4 plus strength.
Torin's
I'm not familiar.
still-
We haven't done much fist fighting. I'm not familiar with it off the top of my head.
6 damage.
Wow.
Torin just scales up his back and starts punching him in the side of the head.
Fucking terrible.
All right, Nicolo, you are currently being eaten by some creature behind you. Alive. Its teeth are knocking into your head. It was the giant snake, but you're not sure. Something is coming for you. You have to get away.
Am I allowed to move currently?
Unless Torin actively is trying to stop you from moving, which from his description, I don't think so. We'll limit you to 25 feet base movement, though, from the extra kobold.
Away.
Torin, if you would follow along.
Yeah, Torin's.
Put
And then I think-
yourself down here, like halfway on him, like down here, because he's currently facing up. There you go.
And I believe I need to make another wisdom saving throw for this spell, right?
What are you trying to do?
Not take.
Oh,
The
uh,
Phantasmal
is that a
Killer, is that
Four turn
repeating?
thing? Nope, just becomes frightened for the duration. So
Okay.
unless Hachu drops it, or 1 turn or 1 minute passes.
Never
Or
mind then. All right.
Succeeds in the
No,
roll.
correction, actually. It keeps going. At the end of each turn, the target must succeed a wisdom save or take an additional 4d10 psychic at the end of each turn.
Oh shit.
This stacks.
All
This
right,
keeps going until he gets away
yeah.
from it. It is tormenting him persistently.
See, I thought I read that.
Yep.
Just making
Yeah,
sure.
roll me a wisdom save.
Nope.
Hot your damage.
I'm gonna kill him.
What a way to die. Eaten by a snake.
You're also showing them how to kill me, Hachu. Stop! You've given him ammunition against me.
Jesus.
I know how to kill you. I've done it twice.
True.
Second time was cheating.
Damn, 22 more damage to him? Okay.
Jesus. I'm gonna kill him.
All right. Nikos?
All right.
Oh, I see what
I know the guard is coming down, so I'm gonna do another perception to try and see where he's at, slash where that German guy got to.
All right. The guard has just tumbled down the stairs and is just completely out of it. And the German guy did the same thing going up the stairs.
Okay. Well, looks like we're clear, so let's do this.
I got him! I got him!
So is it gonna
You
be
trying to grab
take the head? Yeah.
Just the head or the whole staff?
Probably just the head.
Just the tip.
Roll me sleight of hand.
Be easier to hide. Easier, quote unquote.
Step on Hot Shoe's tail. Eat this.
Step on his tail and his head opens like a garbage can.
The more I think of Hot Shoe, the more I just keep picturing sock puppet anatomy.
With a little bit of finagling, you are able to get the head off. Are you gonna like start just grab it and run or what?
That's a good question.
I got this!
Wait, do I see what's happening?
Roll me perception. Hachu definitely does.
25.
Yes, you turn around to
All right.
shout that you got this, and you see him pull the head off the got me saying it now, off the mace.
Mace, staff, same thing.
Nikos, get out of here!
Yep.
Do the thing! Swap the thing! You know that I'll do it!
Yeah. Got a good way it. Hachu, can you make me invisible? Actually,
Only strength.
Well. Yes.
You cannot
This is,
get a good grasp on the mace head. It's big, it's heavy. So you're back over here still trying to lift it off as
Got
we
it.
transition into the guard. Check your DM's knocks.
Okay.
oh god, please don't wake up.
Alright, give me a sec. Alright, I'm changing die.
No, keep him. You gotta ride it out.
Down at the other end, you hear the German shouting for help, and you hear the guard shouting just kind of nebulously in vaguely y'all's direction at you to stop fighting. see if this is any better.
I'm not fighting, I'm defending, I'm being fought!
And we're on to Hachu.
Hachu, get out of here! You two go! Go!
Hachu, help me with this. And then better plan. Dimension door it back to the room.
I just kind of grab it, and I just open a dimension door underneath me and him.
I'll end the spell before you leave. End the spell on him.
Roll me. You're just pulling it off the table onto you and then falling backwards onto Nikos. Is that what you're trying to do? Into a dimension door?
I mean, it works.
Also, him
okay.
casting the dimension door should stop Phantasmal Killer because it's concentration.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. I need.
Okay.
I have
Roll me a
plan.
strength check, Hachu.
Oh, boy.
Come on, combined, they have to get it.
Uncle throws a 20-pound bowling ball at your chest.
I'll save.
Hachu just grabs the mace head with all of his snake strength, lifts it up over his head, and just falls backwards onto you, Nikos. You kind of reach out to stop him, and you find yourself tumbling through non-space as you find yourselves laying on the floor of your room, Nikos, with the mace in the box.
Excellent. Okay.
If we can drag them up here to pretend they're offsides for the moment.
Yeah.
We've been banished
with that
to the
25,
Shadow
I'm going
Realm.
to say you notice this, and you also notice that Nicolo is now back. He's still,
Dang.
like, spooked, but he's not panicking anymore.
Why is the haircut that bad?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. What did you do?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. What did you do?
We'll cycle back around to Torin.
Torin's gonna punch me in the head again.
Alright, roll strength.
Alright, that's not gonna land, probably.
That does not beat his
No.
AC. You reach down to punch him in the head and just strike your shoulder pauldron. Kind of glances off.
Cling. Ah, shit, that hurt.
Bastard, you're trying to kill me!
I am not. You're trying to kill me. You threw me into a glass case.
Nicolo, how are you reacting?
Yes.
You're not really sure about anything other than the fact that, something about this is going to get you killed, you're sure.
Yeah. Where's Torn on me?
He is on your back, like riding you piggyback style, trying to smack you in the face with his hand.
Alright, I'm gonna try and, like, reach around and grab him by the leg and yank him off me.
Opposing athletics.
Grab and whip him. Just. Oh. Oh no.
Just unable to get a hold of the slimy, not literally but figuratively, kobold clinging to your back. This is going to get you killed, man. It's coming for you. There's still that lingering sense of dread.
Right, if that won't work, let's try and, like, back up into the case and see if that might...
Which one?
Well, my back's to this, so we'll do that
Well,
one.
technically your back's actually this way.
Oh,
So
true.
your back's not to either one of them because you were running just this way nebulously.
True. The empty one.
Alright, Torin, roll me a dex save. And move yourself to that side.
16.
Do you want to let go as he tries to slam you into the case? Or do you want to just kind of swing around to his front?
Swing around to his front.
All right, Nicolo. As you go to like flop backwards, the gecko kobold just crawls around and is now piggybacking your front, face to face with you. Any reactions you think he would have?
Probably still slightly a bit panicked, considering the, whole death coming after him, murder he experienced. But other than that, I don't think so, because he probably has no idea who this orange kobold is.
I mean, he does, but like he doesn't at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
Nikos.
I mean, he saw him give
I'll
the
sync
speech,
you
I guess,
in.
but
Well, he was also introduced to him on the first
sure.
day. Why? I'm gonna sync you and Hachu's turn up. So, what are you two doing in the room as you tumble through with the mace head?
All right, so we need to get rid of this fake one. You want to open a... Conscious Craven might be in there. Do you think, do we want to risk it and open one in his room? Just open a dimension door somewhere in the courtyard or something? Or maybe out in the town or something and shove it through to get rid of this fake one.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I want to say.
Come on, bodyguards, put your brains together.
They're combined brain cell. They can do it.
Yeah, let's decide to
You guys had a plan originally.
Torin laid the groundwork for a plan.
Oh no.
Guards are back. They're awake.
so we need to stash it somewhere like off the premises. That'd probably be the best idea.
Come on, you guys got this. Process of elimination.
Or shove them both in Craven's room.
That would
Let's do that and get the
Well-
guards.
both. Wait, I'm trying not to metagame, but both.
Come on, man. You can think better than that.
What was the original plan?
Get the fake in Craven's room and then go report him.
No, the original one.
That was the second plan.
Oh yeah, swap it.
But the guards are coming back. Why are you guys trying to?
Are we gonna grab the new one then?
You guys got like 5 options. Technically 6.
More than that, I'm sure. Achu, do you have any input?
I don't know what to do. Sorry.
What you got, Nikos?
So let's get the new one. Then we can come back, because technically we don't know the guards are coming back. Then we can smash the case up and make it look like it got broken during the fighting.
Well, I mean, it already did get broken during the fighting.
Exactly.
So you guys gonna take it and then come back then?
Yeah, I'll shove the actual head like underneath the bed. Like, we'll put it in the box that the fake one is in, and then just put that underneath the bed.
We'll just stash it for now. Then we'll come up with an idea here in a second.
All right. If you're gonna take the new one, then both of you roll me strength because you're bringing the new one back in here, right?
Yes.
Okay. Roll me
Screaming.
combined strength. Achu?
18. Hey!
I'm
That's
screaming.
Sorry.
Yeah. I'm assuming you're burning another dimension door to get back, Hachu?
Sure.
All right. Where exactly do you want to be put back? Okay.
Yeah, probably like right there.
Yeah.
You guys gonna put it back on the table?
If the rest of the staff's still there, then yeah.
Roll me stealth, the two of you. And strength.
Trying to pick up this giant
Ooh,
weight.
nice.
Hey.
Double nice.
Damn, Nikos.
Yeah, I know. I'm falling apart, it seems.
Well, combined that's passing, and with the ginormous Hachu blocking Nicola, combined with Torin's face being right in Nicolo's face, he doesn't notice as you guys plant the mace head just on the table next to the handle. And we'll end your turn there. Cycling back to the two Germans who are running combined right now because they're in the same predicament.
Or the Austrian and the German.
Yes, the Austrian and the German, who are having no better luck than last time. As the Austrian starts partway climbing up the stairs, shouting, "Help! Help! Someone is fighting!" And the German is climbing up, and the Austrian is shouting, "Stop fighting! Stop fighting!" And slips and falls down this set of stairs.
Does
Oof.
Thorin see them return? Or sense them returning?
Roll me a perception check.
14.
No. You didn't even see them leave. You were too busy slithering around Nicolo. You just see Hachu's huge mass over there.
Okay.
And I think that's going to bring us back to the top of the turn.
Torn.
Thorin is aware that they're there still? He thinks they're still there?
Yes.
They never left?
Yes.
You guys need to not be here right now.
He says as he headbutts Nicolo.
Roll me opposing strengths.
Oh boy.
21!
Damn.
Torin, 1d6 plus strength.
Fucking horn headbutt.
5.
Poor Nicolo. smash Nicola. What color would Earth Ganassi's blood be?
Dark blue.
Brown?
Kind of darkish blue and kind of greenish.
Ooh. What about amber, like tree sap?
Ooh.
I guess it could be, yeah. I could see that.
Yeah. As you headbutt him, Torin, when your head comes back away, you feel the top of your head and your horns with like tree sap sticky stuff on them, and see an amber liquid running from his nose and his cheeks where your horns hit him.
Nice. And for context reasons, whatever Nicholas's next attack is, Torin is going to intentionally take it.
Okay, so you want his next attack to be an auto hit then?
Yeah.
Alright. Nicolo, what are you gonna do?
Probably gonna try and get this kobold off me again.
Torin is grinning at Nico.
Like trying to push him off, trying to headbutt him, trying to punch him, trying to belly flop.
Not belly flop, probably try and like punch him off, grab him.
Which one of those? Grab and throw or punch?
Probably punch.
Alright, roll me 1d6 plus strength.
Oh, look out, RKO out of nowhere.
Damn.
Alright. Take 8 damage as he just winds back and slugs you in the gut, causing you to get knocked off him. Put yourself right here, Torin. And I'll put him right where you were after trying all that.
Good. Oh. Is that all you got? Come on. Not even bleeding.
And I'm gonna go kick him.
Alright, roll me... Are you going to try and handle this one, Torin, or are you going to take this kick?
We're gonna take the kick as well.
Alright, roll me 1d6 plus strength. Take another 8 damage. As he punches you off him, and you're kind of laying there on all fours, coughing from being punched in the gut, and he just kicks you right in the belly. Solid soccer kick.
Take it easy a little bit. Just a bit. God, my ribs.
Bonus action kick again.
He's gonna try and block this one.
Okay.
Sorry.
Strength.
Now, okay. No, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you might have deduced why Torin is getting hurt on purpose at this point.
Uh-huh, yeah.
You look like the winner of a fight. You look like the starter of a fight. So
Smart
On the other
boy.
hand, you guys have a witness. That's not gonna hit.
yeah. He like, do I use the? I have to use the thing. Let me roll a d20. Okay.
Oh, I love that
He
feature.
takes 10 damage as he kicks the case next to Doran when he dodges.
He can't have more than 5 HP.
You can see what he has. It's close.
Oh my god.
Nikos has never gotten punished this badly before. Holy shit. Speaking of Nikos,
You need to leave. You can't be here. You can't be here.
It's alright. It's alright.
Just gives the okay hand sign. Ha.
Torin
Are
is
you trying
adamant that
to-
You guys leave.
are you trying to persuade him, Nikos?
Yeah, I don't see him yet. Well, Thorn is saying
Because I heard you say
leave,
it's alright,
but-
it's alright.
Yeah. Like, calm down.
Torin is still
To
adamant that you
Nicolo
guys
or
leave.
to Torin?
To Nicolo.
I don't think you walking up to him could calm Nicolo at this point.
No, I
he
don't
needs
think
to
so
be
either.
restrained.
Nicholas, please leave.
It's all right. That one is Satoran.
No, it's not. You need to get it out of here.
You gonna do anything else other than that, Nikos?
I'll move back some again to use up the rest of my movement. That's it.
Okay. Yeah, the poor Austrian police officer is groping around in the pool right now. Well, next to the pool. He's found the edge of it. He's sticking his hand in it, trying to figure out where he is. Hachu?
Dude,
Yeah,
I can
let me-
sliver.
I'll reach up and just cast snare on him.
Ha!
No, you aren't listening.
Ow. Hachu, so how does snare work exactly? Is it full restrain or is it just hold in place?
Order rules in the area.
Small.
Dex saving throw of disadvantage at the end of each turns to end the restraint effect on a success. Alternatively,
How long does that last?
until dispelled.
Oh, it has a casting time of 1 minute. That's kind of... I see. I guess I see what it's for.
It's like a hardened.
So that's going to take a bunch of...
cash trap, but yeah, it's gonna take like quite a few turns.
Yeah. Have anything else, Hachu? Coil around him or something?
Torin is still firmly insisting that the two of you leave.
And how angry he's going, how angry Torrid is, I'm just gonna step away.
Back and give a
Disconnect
little
here.
space.
Alright. The German is groping his way up the stairs slowly. And seeing some success. Still calling for help. Back to you, Torin.
Torin is going to curl into a defensive ball and like try to look up at like Nikos and Hachu and be like, get the cards! Go get the cards! And he's gonna try to block the next incoming attack from Nikolos.
Nicolo, not Nikolos.
Nicolo.
Whatever.
Nickelode.
Alright, what's Nicolo gonna do? Just keep kicking Torin?
We're going to keep kicking. Yeah.
Alright, roll me 3 strengths.
Oh.
Oh, that one. Let's go.
And he has to roll that thing. You have to roll that thing on every single one of those, don't you?
No, just one, but I also don't. I'm not gonna roll in this case because I don't want to down him.
I mean, him
So-
kicking the wall might be a good way to down him.
We're not gonna. We're not.
As
gonna
he
roll the
miss,
damage
he
for it.
either way he misses you and kicks the wall on one of those. Swearing.
Yeah, there
again.
was a nat one.
It's all just
so.
incomprehensible Italian now.
A gabagoo.
Gabagool.
Nikos.
We're going to dash and it's about there. All right. Start heading outward to go and get a guard.
finding the edge of the pool that the battleship is in, this guy over here, while blinded, is able to stand up and roughly face where you and Nicolo are fighting, and is still just shouting at you guys to stop. Hachu?
I'm just gonna walk.
Just slither away a little bit.
Yeah. Just gonna dash and just get out of here.
All right.
Makes it to the top of the stairs like
German?
freaking Rocky. I did it.
The German makes it to the top of the stairs, only to promptly slip and fall back down the stairs. Because my dice hate me. As he tumbles back to the ground, and all of their blindness effects end. The guard can finally see what's going on with Nicolo just kicking the shit out of you, Torin. Are you going to do anything, or are you just going to sit there and tank it again?
Go, Gadget, panic ball. He's just... Stop.
Nicolo, can I get 3 more strength attacks?
Yes.
Oh
no. Ooh, the 20 hits.
16 not hit.
16 meets.
Okay.
Alright, thanks.
Give me 2
1.5
d6 plus damage, or plus strength. Well,
Yep.
half the second one.
Oof.
Oof. 11 and 4.
Don't worry, I'm alright. Alright.
Nikos, you can see the guard start standing straighter up again and be able to actually... Very obvious that he can see where he's going now, even if he is a little bit bruised.
Alright. There. And then dash. That Italian just started attacking him for no reason.
What? Alright,
Start World War
what's
I
the
all
range of
over again.
sleep? What's the range of sleep?
That is a good question.
Yes.
Let's see. I need to double check.
Yeah, for those non-spell sniper having people.
Yeah.
90 feet.
Damn. Yeah, 90 feet.
Base?
Yep. As a base. It's a first level.
Alright, yeah. He's gonna come around, and I believe that's a spell check. Or that's a fucking wisdom save, isn't it?
Spell sends creatures into magical slumber. Roll 5d8. The total is how many hit points of this creature the spell can affect. Creatures within 20 feet of the point you choose within range. It can also go to, starting with the creature, subtract the creature's hit points from the total before making the creature in the next, be equal or lesser. There is no save, just if you cast this with a high enough amount of points, if it surpasses their HP where it's at, then they fall asleep. So you get to roll 5d8. If it surpasses his health, he goes 90.
Yes. That's not going to hit you, Torin, as this is a slightly modified version. And in the middle of his third set of kicking you, he's gonna just kind of collapse on top of you. Why don't you roll me a dex to crawl out from under him? And I believe that will conclude combat.
Alright.
14.
As the German is going to go running off, and the police officer is going to come running up. I'm going to say that's enough to get out from under him, especially with the help of the police officer.
Yeah.
What was that?
I just made a comment about his hair, and he just started swinging.
Are you okay, sir?
Yeah, I'm a bit banged up. He also he pushed the German guy. He's gone. He ran. The guy ran away.
Yes, I saw. I told him to go get more guards. You say?
I'm sorry. I didn't realize he was sensitive about his hair. So I think I broke some things with my spine.
But did you throw him into these things, or did he just break these in a rage?
He threw me into the helmet, and then we wound up over here. I don't know. I kind of lost track of things.
My God, sir, you okay? Viva get you to the hospital.
I'm alright.
Excuse me, sir. He's gonna turn to Nikos. Can you restrain that man? He's going to hand you a pair of handcuffs to put on Nicolo as he's checking over Torin. Are you planning on doing anything, Hachu?
Going to bed.
You're doing what?
Going to bed soon.
Oh. We can have a bunch of police officers come in and then call it for tonight.
That works.
Have the party reconvene at the bedrooms after the cops check the area and patch them up.
Yeah, I'm gonna say we're gonna pick up as the cops are coming in to see what's going on. So if you can, I know they're all over here. Grab a bunch of the police officers and put them on the field. Here's another one.
There we go.
Coming in a nice group.
There we go.
Alright.
Sweet.
That's not quite how I expected that to go. But I guess ones do wonders.
I knew stealing that pomade was a good idea.
Oh, God. Alright, till next session, we'll see how the party does with figuring out what's going on, if they can pass off what all occurred, and see if they can play it cool to slip away with the shoebox under their bed now. Catch you next session.
The airplane put down at the airstrip on a cold and gloomy day, and the six aboard all knew their homes were very far away. The strife that gripped the forest all around them was their plight. They knew that something out there wasn't right. There were creatures in the bush, and there were soldiers in the woods. There were zealots in the ruins. There was magic that's no good. Grenades were used aplenty, guns and swords brought in, and death. When it finished, only 5 or 6 were left. On the flight back to their quarters, the new place to be their home, the dangers of their future had been surely set in stone. The content of their briefing brought their purpose into light. These 5 strangers had been brought into the fight. There are stories of the kobold, of Wilhelm Schwartz and Father Peter too. There are tales of the hoplite, of Leroy Copeland and Hachu. And while the details of their past and trials were never meant to spawn, the deeds deeds of wondrous company will live on. Yes, the deeds of wondrous company will live on.